Hey, Chidi, ¿qué onda? ¿Se me escucha bien? Hey, November man, what's up? Hey, can you check if I'm streaming in YouTube, please? I just want to be sure that it is recording this time. It seems that I have it, but yeah, I can see it. Day 6, Hypers Part 2. Okay, so let me see, how do I keep... Oi, there you go. So last time we got the first hyper. We finished with the specials, we got everything that we wanted. And we added the first hyper, which is the Shin Jichoken. It's a quick hyper. I mean, it has like 5 frames startup, which is good. It doesn't have any invulnerability, and it's smashable. So you can get more hits and more damage. So yeah, November man, I changed the Shin Jichoken a bit from Project Justice and Rubber Skulls because there is pretty much Shin Shoryuken. It will be something like this, but I wanted to do something different, and since it's not a level 3, I just added this effect. Just to add some variety. As I'm doing with a lot of moves. So now what I want to do is to create the second hyper. I'm going to make it for the ground and as an air special. Sorry, air hyper. So for that I'll be using pretty much this same animation, but let's see if I can find any other around there. So let me check. I will search for my base character. In this case it will be Robert from King of Fighters. I think I saw an animation that I want to use for that, but let's just check. Blender is opening, so skip that. Yeah, you mean like the partner hyper. It was like the Shin Shoryuken. It's kinda like that, but with a fierce Shoryu. Yeah, it does like a lot of damage for a hyper, but that's fine. Let's see if I can work with another animation. So let me search for it. Let's find a quick one. This is damage. I don't want that. It should be something like Ryoko Rambo, something like that. Must Ryoko Sancho. Yeah, I may need this one because no, I don't want to use this kick. If I'm not wrong, he should be jumping and then he starts to kick. No, this is not what I want. But maybe I could use this. Like this part. Let's see if I can find anything else. Start. No. Time up? I don't think. Oh, I could use this for the taunt. It looks like his taunt in Project Justice. I'll take that on account. This is the taunt. No, not swing. No, I don't want that. Let's see. Damage. No. How Shokoken. No, I'll use this for other one. I could use this one. Yeah. Let's use this one. So back into action. Then I'll convert rotation modes. Yes, this is Robert from the King of Fighters. And I want to export this. So I'm just going to call it 109 Pre Shin Rai A. You'll see why. Well, yeah, Dan Hibiki is based on Art of Fighting characters like Ryo and Robert. Dan is a parody from them. So let's open Hideo. So again, for that attack, I'll be using this Pre Shinjichoken because I need those frames. So let me just rename this as XXXX. Sorry, I don't need. Oh yeah, I need this. So I'm going to copy everything from here. Remove the XXX. And let's open it. 103. No, 109. But this one is going to start at around 10 or 12, let's say. We'll have 12 frames of startup. Maybe it's too much. Let's just keep it at 8. Because I want this idle first. Then I'm going to use my next animation, which is going to be the one that I just exported. Yes, I'll need to modify some values here. And this one. There you go. I don't care about how it's moving right now. But what I want is this first frame. So let me just copy that. I'm gonna save and just keep it at 70. I'm gonna move this joint because I want my character to be somewhere around here. Let's export this. So this is going to be 109 xxx. Okay, there you go. Now I'm going to import. Sorry, let me just copy first this frame, and then I'm going to start with my pre-attack. Okay, this is what I was looking for. You'll see why. But for now, let's just remove this. Hey, no, I don't want that. This. Like this, because... Okay, there we go. And let's export it. No, this is like 7 frames. Let's keep it at 10. Because it's going to start at 8. So I don't care. By now. Let's keep it like that. That will be the first part. Okay. There you go. Now for the next part, I'll require to copy the mid Shinsei Haken. Or Shinji Choken. It should be the same, because remember the pre-flash animation, it should be like 80 frames, something like that. So this should be 110. Mid Shin Raieishu. Okay. Let's reload this. So 17. Okay, this is what I have for the other one. I just delete mostly everything here and add my other animation. It should be 109. Okay. I need this. I'm going to copy, Control C, just going back to my previous animation. Here, and I'm going to paste it. So it should be this one, but since I already used this first frame, I'm just going to override it with this other one. Yes. And now here I'm going to prepare the attack. Just let me see if I can solve this little movement like this. There you go, this should be enough. Okay, let's save this because I need it for later. 110 mid Shinraye. And now I need the pre-attack. So I don't know where did I let's say Haken? No. Mid fall H should be this one. Yes, this is the one I'm looking for. I want like the half of the animation. I'll use the rest of it for the after flash. So yeah, these 4 frames should be enough. Gonna paste it here. I don't think I'll be using this frame. Or maybe I will, because I could delete these two, and instead of inspecting that, there you go. That there, it looks better. But I'm gonna delete this one. And now what happened here? Let me just copy this value. Oops. To move this one a bit here. This won't matter a lot because it's during the flash of the hyper. So just adjusting it a bit. There you go. By the way, are you keeping the HC exclusive super? Yeah. Yeah, as I said, I don't wanna do a beam super because we already have that for other shotos. And I think it's a good idea. That's originally from Tabs. Tabs did it first with Ken, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, let's keep it like this. Let me export this. 110 mid-ray, that's fine. And I also don't want to add like a big projectile, as I did with Blade, or Civil Ryo has, or other characters with, like Oni, I believe. He also already has a big projectile super, not a beam, like the big ball, like Sagat or Beautiful Joe. Okay, so I have this. I'm just going to copy the other one. I took this first frame, so I'm just going to overwrite this. I don't want my attack to be instant. So let me just export this as the next part of my super. So in this case, this will be for the after flash. I don't need this anymore. So it should be 11 and will be post Shinrae. There you go. Let's start adding things to my character. So that was 111, right? 111. 110. and 109. There you go. Now let's work with the para. This should be enough for the first part of my super. So for this one, I can just copy the same thing as the other one that I have here. This is the Shin's G token. So let me just export that and add it here. Okay. In this case, I wanted to start at frame, maybe frame 10. So let's just add 10 more frames. So this should be 9. So if you remember, you can use the offset. We can add like 4 more frames. Keep pressing shift. Add frame offset, and I want to add 4 more frames. Yeah, I don't care. So yeah, as you can see, I have the time stop 1 frame before of my next animation. So that's fine. 189. 187. I don't care. Let's not work with that for now. What I want here is to modify my first animation. So that's 109, right? Let me just see. Let's convert that. 109. 60. I want to work with 60. Then my middle animations should be at 10. 6E. And then the after flash, I want it to be here. 6F. I'm gonna save this, and I'll be opening another instance of AnimChar with Hideo's, because I'm going to copy values from quarter circle back M. Quarter here. Quarter circle back grounded. 214. Yes, that's okay. So for that, let's work with this one. I'm just going to copy this for now. Then I'm going to here. It should be the flying attack. I need this animation. I'm going to add this Y physics because I want my attack to go forward. Upwards. For the X physics, I'm going to add a little bit more, just to check how it looks. So this is a float value. I need to enable big endian. Copy and see. Now it's 20. Let's add 23. Just to make this attack like a more violent going forward attack. Then, sorry, in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, look at that. That's fine. Okay. So from there, it should be 9 frames. 93 should be 102. Let me just copy this. 102. 9 frames after that. I'll add X acceleration. This will make the to decelerate my move. I'm using a negative value if I'm not wrong. Let me just check. Yes, because it's a C. And I need to count 15 to 30. That's Wait, that's 15 frames. Okay, let's just add 15 frames from 93. Should be 108. Or in this case, 6 more frames. That's fine. This is decelerating or making my opponent be pulled back to the ground. I'm going to end this collision. This is important because I want my character to go or to get through the opponent. So I need to search for the first part. Let me just check. I have it here. So did I add it? No, I didn't add that. I think I need to remove the subtract action. Maybe I'll have to use it, but let's see. Okay, instead of that, I'm going to add this, and maybe I'll require, do I have the airborne duration per landing? That's fine. Okay. I have the acceleration, and then the character should fall down. Let's just remove this. Freeze until landing. That's fine. We're going to add it 109. And then 200. Let's keep it 111. This should be the recovery animation on the ground. That's cool. And here I was using another DP motion, so I'm just going to remove everything that I added here. And from there, let me see how many frames do I have for recovery. It should be like 15 frames, right? Let's just keep it at 15. So that will be 27. 127. Okay. So facial change should be at 109. Because I wanted to change his face before the free script. Then this should be just before the super ends. So that will be, if it's 127, let's just add 120, 121, and then the recovery should be 126. Okay, again, what did I do here? I added my animation. I increased the frames for the animation because the previous one had like 5 frames startup. In this case, I'm taking it to 9. At frame 9, I'm doing the time stop. I changed the animation. Let's see. I'm just going to change the camera slot and see how it looks. Then I'm not moving everything here because I don't care for now. Add my new animation. But this one should be the pre-attack. Then the character launches forward with a kick, just using the same values as the frontal kick or the flying kick. Then when the character lands, just adding more frames for the recovery, and that should be it. So let's see how it looks. Hopefully everything runs fine, but we know that most of the time that won't happen. Let me just check this one. Not a dive kick. Or, well, kinda, but in this case, I'm just doing a flying kick. Oh, but one thing that I forgot is to activate my hyper. So to do that, remember that I disabled every other hyper. So I'm just going to get the common special attack. I need a quarter circle back hyper. In this case, do I have it? I have it for this one. Yes, I have it disabled. Oh, sorry. This is Xavier. Let me check. Okay, we have Hideo. Yeah, once that you know how to make stuff, to saw things, everything will become pretty quick. But yeah, as always, it's just about testing and trying to make everything works. But let's see. This is disabled. This is the one that I want. So let me just enable it. This is quarter circle back using 2 button input. And this is 9-2. So for me, if I'm not wrong, should be the 9-1. Let me just close this. This is 9-0. Let me check. Indeed, 9-0. So the next one I'm working with DT. So it should be 9-1. How do I know it? Because I know that this is class reference 0. If you don't know, just remember you can come to modding notes, search for DC. I have it here. DC is 9-0. Next one is DT 9-1. Let's save this. Let's save this. Common special attack. Also the enemy char. So let's see. Yeah. That's what I want. Don't worry about it. This is what I'm looking for. Tsa. However, what I want to check is that maybe I forgot to modify the landing or the recovery animation. So let me check. It's this one. So recovery animation should be reason to landing. There you go. Play animation 6C. Just let me check. This should not be the one. I don't want 6C. I want, let me search. Shuriken motion. Here. Landing animation should be 119. Let's see if this works as I want. Am I being quiet again? That's weird. I don't know how to increase the volume. Is it better now? Hello, hello. A bit, yeah. I don't know because I already added or increased the volume for the microphone in every way possible. Let me see. If I do it like this, is it better? Is it better? Is it better? Is this too much? A bit better, yeah. Let me just increase it more. Should be good now, I think, yeah. Okay, also it's a bit late for me, so that maybe I'm a bit tired. So let me just add 4 decibels. There you go. Maybe that's much, but we'll see. Understandable. Okay, so for this case, let me try it again. Don't worry about the camera. Yeah, there you go. The tag works. All right. Just let me see how many frames do I have for recovery, because I think it requires more recovery frames. So it was 19, right? That should be around 20 something. 25. Okay, I have 23 frames. I'm going to add them. So 112 plus 23 should be 35. So with this 5, 135. And let's save that. There you go. So it's not really instant, the recovery. Maybe I need to add more Y velocity. So instead of being this value, this is 3. That's a little bit too low. Let's add like maybe 7. It may be too much, but let's see how it works. There you go. Yeah, that's better. And with that, it's adding even more recovery frames. That's fine. But the thing with this is that I want to create a hit grab for that. So whenever you get hit by this, it's going to start some kind of animation. So to get that, let me search for an attack that I already did that has something like that. Let me think. Who has a hit grab? Juggernaut, maybe for the command grab. 8 Ball, Blade of Zion. Dimitri is a command grab. Yeah, maybe Hayato. Or in my case, for a super, which one could it be? Saki, Bad Box Art. Hinata could also be the one I need. Colossus for the level 3. Yeah, I'm gonna use that one. Yeah, a cutscene or cinematic. Did you ever play Plasma Sword? Like 1 or 2 times. I remember, but not many times. Oh, that crashed. I don't know what happened, but let me just disable that. But okay, let's work with it. Yeah, I know that you want to work with Selkin. And I also wanted to do Blitz time, but nah, I think I already did a lot of big bodies. So let me borrow that attack information. So from Colossus. I need the ATI for the level 3. I don't know what it is, so I'm going to search for it. Let's open Colossus files. Let's search for the level 3. Should be somewhere around here. Airbar. If I cannot see it somewhere here. Ground 1 bar. Three meters. Huh. I may have some issue here. So let me just check. Uh-oh. Is it really this? Let me just confirm that. Maybe I have a book. Yes, I think so. So this should be the level 3. Okay, it's not work. I mean, it's working as expected. Let me just add another. That's fine. This is weird. Do I have it? Colossus CM Spark. This is where why it says it requires 1 bar. I mean, it's actually subtracting 3. That's fine because I have it here. Yeah, it's subtracting 3 meters. But why it says 1 bar? I mean, I know that it is here. Did I just mess something up here? Let me just... Sorry if I'm just getting off topic, but I want to confirm this. Oh, look at that. Maybe it was out of date. Oh, good thing that I saw that. Yeah. If not, I will have messed it pretty bad. Okay, so what I need for this is the ATI reference. It's 74. So here I should be expecting hit combo grab and enable transition. There you go. Hyperscaling, never counter hit, and enable transition. I want those flags. You could just add it manually, but since I already have it set, I have this set up. So I'm going to copy that. And then I'm going to check again with Hideo. So for this, I don't remember where did I leave my last special attack entry. So let's open it. Should be 34, 35, 36. What is 36? This should be the multi-hit one. Yeah, I have nothing for 36. If I'm not wrong, it should not exist around here. Good, I'm going to use that. So I'm going to port this. And I want my attack to start at the very frame. Let me see. It should be from here. So instead of being there, it's going to be here during the attack animation. So that will be 36. And that will be like what did I do? Just close this. 36 and 33 has 12 frames. I'm going to keep it like that. 12 frames. Start up at the first frame. Your juggle, hyperscaling. And if I just do, just because of it, 11-0, sorry, this should be fine. 36. So just to show you what's going to happen or what I want to do, I'm going to keep it 11-0 and 12-0. If I'm not wrong, this should be grab, ground grab, forward throw, as you can see. So if my attack hits, it should take me to forward throw. So let's see if that works. I don't want Colossus, I want Hideo. Hideo para. And attack information. Oops, I have Colossus here. Okay, so this is my super. Let me just take this one out and check my hit spheres. Yeah, you'll see. Yeah, it's taking me into that grab. That's fine because I believe that in that forward throw, it doesn't have some kind of ground stop physics. Yeah, that's okay. Also, if I wanted to look better for now, I could use 102, 11.2, and 12.2. Yes, I'm just testing, because what I'm doing here is to make a hit go to another state. Yes. I want to do something like that. Hit grab, exactly. That's what I'm aiming for. So I'm going to start working with, if I'm not wrong, let me see, because I believe I already added a hit grab of some kind. Oh yeah, because I used this. It's going to the next state, which is just jumping. What else did I add? So let me check. I should have it here. This first one is to be, which one was it? I don't remember. But the next one should be the jump only. Yes. So this next one here, I'm going to add the actual hyper event. What was this? It's using 1E. That's why you need to write down what you're doing. So I use this one. That's fine. I'm not using anything here. Oh, I remember. Is the counter. Yes, this is the counter. Good. So this is the counter. This is the jump after quarter circle back M, which I'm going to change later. And this is nothing I'm using right now. So I'm just going to override that. So for that, I'm going to let's think for a hit grab. I could use the one that I have for 8-ball. So let's search for it. So 8-ball should have the counter. That it leads to another state. Should be this one, because I call for two shots. Use play effect model, yeah. Then the projectiles goes on, goes up. Okay, in this case I'm using two projectiles because it depends on the position of the screen. I don't want that, but no worries, I'm just going to copy this. and we'll work with that. So is the counter, the jump. I'm going to have like 5. Let's just reduce. No, let's keep it for later. Here I'm going to add this thing. Okay. So in this case, is being a hyper. It's an attack, but it's here. It says it's in the ground. I want it to be in the air. And this is to prevent cancel and saying that it's a command grab. I don't remember. But if you need to check that, you can come to modding notes. So let's just search for it. It's 1-2F. So 0-1 means it's capture related. That's what I want. And the other 0-1 is capture related. Okay. So this means it's, as its name says, it's for captures and command grabs and stuff like that. I want to remove this weapon prop stuff. I want to remove throw scaling because this is not a throw, this is a hit. Well, it's a capture, so I may require that, but let's just keep it as it is for now. I don't care about the animation right now. I need, since it's a capture state, I need to clear screen of projectiles. I do have here invincibility, but it's good practice to remove projectiles from the screen to have a clean view of what we're doing. Camera rotation. Oh, this is important. But I'm going for now to keep a basic camera stuff, because this allows me to set up the camera to move around. But for me, I want it to work. Let's see if I can copy it from Spider-Man. Let me see if Spider-Man has something like this. Spidey. I need to search where is maximum spider. Spider-Man. Maximum spider capture. Where is it? There you go. Here's what I want. 100 MB. This is a maximum spider capture. And for what I'm thinking, black background effect. Let's see if I can just copy everything from here. There's stuff physics, that's right. Apply Y acceleration, that's cool. Rotate character. Start state invincibility. Special partner properties. I don't care about the black background. So the next part is play animation, that's fine. Then you remove this, I don't need it. Y physics, I'm not going to use that. Attach art attacker. Okay, I may need this. I don't know what this is, but I'm going to paste it. Next one. This is fine. Clear scale of projectiles, that's cool. I don't want my play sound. Standard effects, should be standard effects, I don't care. I may use this for later. Play hit spark, play hit spark. It seems Spider-Man doesn't have any. Maybe it's this one. Let me just check. I may require a camera, a static camera for that. Yes, this is cinematic camera stuff. So instead of using this, what I'm going to do is to take camera. So let's think. Let me just take the camera from this one. That's fine. And play hit spark, hit spark. After this, okay, camera rotation. I don't need this. I don't need anything from here. What I may need is to copy something. But let's just delete everything that I don't need for now. More camera stuff. I don't need this. This is for the end, so it should be something like this. Or somewhere around here. Yeah. So this is the recover animation. Partner properties, enable. Yeah, this is the ground stuff. Okay. So let's just copy this. Oops, no. I forgot to rotate camera. Play effect, partner properties. And for the next frame, I'll be using this. Check super is complete, that's fine. Got common and condition. Yes, that's for play effect. 0 to A. I don't know what that is, so just going to set it here. Black background effect. Okay. I don't want the black background effect. Play hit stop. This will be my animation for now. Okay, let's just keep it like at that. And let's see the mess that I work with. Because I don't know what I did. Oh, I forgot to modify something here. So instead of in 102, sorry, 11 and 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this is a bit messy. But we'll see. So here, there you go. Okay, at least it's capturing the opponent, and that's fine. But for that, what I want to do is to take the same thing, Spider-Man, but I want the capture animation. So let's search for it. Now we're going to mess with animation down, because we've been working with animation character file, which is this one. But if you want to work with the animation that your character, the opponent, is going to do, you're gonna mess with the animation down file. So if you see here, I can find animation down elements like weapon captures the opponent, ultimate web throw, maximum spider. So ground impact isn't used. So that should be maximum spider, used. This is the first part. Okay, 141. Let's search for that. Spider-Man. And instead of anim char, we use anim down. Oh, sorry, I got into Hideo's. So cast Spidey. Animation down. 141. This is the first part. Okay. So let's export this. And by now I have not messed with anything related to animation down. Sorry, export this. Okay, why is not showing? Okay, here it is. So Hideo animation down. There you go. I don't have anything here, that's fine. What we commonly do with this is to add the entries after the throws, because all characters work like that. So you have the throws or the grabs for your character, the animations, they are in your anim char, and once you capture the opponent, you will tell it's going to go to the animation down entry. In this case, as you can see, we have one for forward grab and one for cinematic forward grab. This is my character, this is the opponent. In this case, I have this one that I know is level 3. If we search for Doctor Strange, you'll see that it is level 3 capture, astral magic. Should be 109. Sorry, 130 animation down. Yeah, there you go. So let's remove that. Let's just import this one. And just for the sake of it, let's see how it works. Because if I'm not wrong, it's using, yeah, common animations, and that's fine. Let's see what happens. But this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to update my attack info. 12.4. Why 12.4? Because 130 is 12.4. Okay. Save that. Update my animation down and update my attack info. This is going to look silly. So let's see. Yeah. Because if I'm not wrong, Spider-Man sends the opponent to the next part. So we have 141, should be the capture. And then it's going to part 2. Okay. Yeah, this is a bit tricky, and that's why pretty much no one wants to mess with that kind of stuff. But yeah, you have to work with it. You have to get dirty a bit. So let's see. Okay. So before I work with that, I'm going to create my animation. So let's say that I want right issue. So that should be in the air, right? I may need this one. Yeah. So let's start working with the animation. So let's think. My animation is going to do this. And from here, it's going to do something like this. And let me just check that I am at 50 frames, 60. Yeah, that's why it looks weird. So let's say that we have this. That's fine. So maybe at 15 it was okay. No, that's a bit slow. So let's think that I'm doing this. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna export it as a 112. Let's call it capture Shinraye. So it goes like that. I may need to move it a little bit further, just for my character to not appear in the screen. So then I'm going to import the next one. Let's see, RAL. Yes, this is what I want. So I'm gonna copy everything from here. And this one, let's see if I can just rotate it like completely 180. I'm going to put it here. So it's going to do something like this. Then from here, it's going to do something like 25 should be 10, 12, somewhere around here. It's going to do something like this. That will be like 170 frames. So it hits. I'm gonna save it. And then let's copy the next one. I want the ground loop. Should be around here, right AH ground. Midfall. Yes, I want this. I'm gonna copy everything from here. And here I'm going to set it up like this. So hit. In this case, I'm going to also rotate it like this. Oops. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just want to check if it's doable. Something like this. It hits like that. And here, I want it to start here. So it's first hit, second hit, third hit. So hit. Okay. I think I messed that up. So let's add it to here, maybe. Here. So suck. Yeah. Something like that. Hit. And let's keep it like that for now. I think I have another animation for that, so should be around here. Pause Shinji Joken mid right A Haken mid Shin right A. Should be this one. No, it's not that one. Okay, this is the one I want. Gotta copy everything here. And after that, what's happening here? Oh, I know, because I have this 255. And I don't want this. Or maybe I do want that. Okay, let me see. Oops. It seems that it's messing with other bones. Okay. I can just keep it as it is for now. I'm not going to add that. It may be too quick. So instead of doing this, I'm just going to expand that. No. So okay, let's keep that 70. 112. So keyframe 112, and here in my anim char I'll be adding 112. It's around 70 if I'm not wrong. Oops. Yep. 70. So that should be 70 frames, right? That's and I think I did this one before. So where is it? Mid Shinraye. So 130, just to see how it looks. Set it at 85 or 75, 71. 113. There you go. And I don't like how the camera looks. So let's use the one from Modoc, or the one that I use with Onslaught maybe. Let's see. Let's search for Modoc. So what I'm looking for is the capture. Should be this one. Yeah. This animation down. That's fine. On the 13, did I add it? I don't remember. This is the most tedious work when you want to work with capture states. So let's see. Yeah. It's kinda like I want, like what I want. It may be too quick. But you get the idea. So let's see. So instead of this being here, let's add like something like this. Maybe it's too slow. But let's see how it looks. So here, kit. Then the next one should be like this. But Instead of doing this, I'll take this one around here. And this other one around here. $70. 112. And what I saw with the 113 is that it's weirdly rotated. So let me just check that. I don't know why it looks like that. But let's watch it again. Import 112. We're kinda there. Uno, dos, tres. Okay. Okay, let's check it again. And just to help you to follow what I'm trying to do, let's add the first hit here at frame 0. So damage and your opponent actions again is in animation down. So if you see here, I have a capture damage thing. I'm going to add it at frame 2. This is the next one at frame 40. So that should be fine. Next one should be at frame 63. Okay, let's just 63. I'm going to remove everything else, at least for now. Animation speed up. I don't need this. Let's just keep it. In this case, it's searching for the second part. But let's keep it like that. So with this, I should just get 3 hits. Yeah, that's fine. that my character is not at the center of the screen. But okay, this is working for now. Let me just check. I don't know what. Why it looks like that on this second animation. But it hits. Nice. Okay. Let's work with the other animation. This is fine for now. Let me check on the 13. The problem with this one is that I think the bones are not doing what I want them to do. Let me just remove this. If I remove this one, oh, look at that. The 50. Okay, let me just take one attack. In the air should be 43. Jumpiness. Yeah, if you don't trust the values of an imported animation, try to copy the original one, the first one from an actual in-game animation. In this case, this is from Akuma. I'm just going to copy this, the first one, because it has the 255, and I'm going to paste it here. And as you can see, it rotates my character. That means it was doing something funky there. So for that, I'm gonna check it like this. Or not. I'm gonna keep the number 1 as it is, because if you work with rotations of your character, try to use the joint 3. Yes, let's say that this case. This seems kinda fine. Let me just copy this and move it in the joint 1. Okay. This was on the 13. Spam bots. Yeah. So this is going to take a while because, again, working with capture animations are very tedious. So let me try this again. Yeah, this is better. So now, in this case, I'm going to start like this. And for this, let me just copy this value. Just to add the impression that it's going slowly. Okay, this is fine. Let me just copy everything from here. And I'm going to use another one that I think I called loop. Yes. So let me put this one here, but I'm gonna remove everything from here because I don't want these joints to work like that, but I want this animation. And as you can see, it's pretty weird. This leg looks weird. Oops, should be 16? No, it's 17. Okay, I like this look. So this should be fall. Shinraye. And from here, let me just check how many frames do I have. I think I'm going to remove the... Let me see where it is. Attack character to attacker. The one that... And I should have something. Let's remove the character. Okay, I don't care. For now. So on the 13 it should be mid. That's 30 frames. So at this place should be 105. And from here I'm going to use free script. Let me search for it. I should have it at sure you can attack, sure you can motion. Yes. Free script until landing. This is 71, I'll use 72. And from there, this should be the landing. I'm going to play the next animation. It's going to be 73. Remove that. Just let me check. I'm going to use crouching M because I believe I may have something wrong in my next animation. So that may be launching Raye. This one. So for this, I'm going to put this one here. Well, this seems kind of fine. Let's see if it works as it is right now. Let me search for it. It should be launching Raye. So let's call it 115. 115. Let's save this. Replace this one. Let's see how it looks. There's something wrong here. Just let me check. 173. That's fine. Am I doing something wrong here? Let me remove the rotate character. I don't need that. No stage collision, no collision. Maybe just let me see, what do I have here? This is a camera value. I'm modifying the C value, which means is, if I'm not wrong, what I'm doing here is to make the camera get closer to the characters. So let me just check. A bit. Yeah, that may be too much. Kinda there. Okay. Let's add some velocity here. How much do I have? 14. Let's add like 20. And add the second hit. Oh, if you see, I already have a stop Y physics. So instead of that, I'm going to set it up at 170, 105. Let me see, just check. Let's add for each hit a bit of Y velocity and then stop the character there. And I'm going to, instead of minus 700. Sadly, these camera values, we don't, or at least I don't really know how to work with them a lot. So I commonly throw some numbers until things work. But yeah, that's how it is. So let's see. Okay, it's floating too much. I may need less. This would be like 5, let's say. Okay, we're kinda there. My hit is taking my opponent there. I want to keep him somewhere around in the middle. So let's, I don't know how much do I have here. Minus 16. Let me see, because I think I did it better with Onslaught. Should be this one. So during the first part, it's just adding some acceleration and then stopping. Okay, let's try that. Then during each hit, let's say air stop physics. Then for the next, let's see what happens. So should I just stop the air physics here? That may be too much. Let's see. Mm. Do I have some Y physics around here? If not, let me just search for it in the Sure You Can. I should not need this, nor here. Alternate animation speed. I should get... Oh, of course I forgot to set up this on this second. Okay. Kinda there. Yes, almost there. Here I should add the airstop physics somewhere around here. 163 is the second attack. Let's say like at 70, just try that. Okay. I don't want this. Okay. This animation, I think I want the other one. I'm going to save this for the last one. I won't worry about this for now. So instead of being this, and I want to rotate my character. Let's search for a command for that. So rotate. Rotate character. So let's see what happens. So for the first, the second, and the third hit. But I want to rotate the animation, not the character. Rotate character 1. Could it be this one? Yeah, there you go. So instead of this, should be this. Okay, we're almost there. And instead of being 170, 190, it's going to be at. Thing here is that I believe, if I'm not wrong, I'll require to add some Y velocity for my own character. So let's try that. Oops, no, sorry. Let's see how it looks. Oh, almost there. So instead of going here, 75 is the second. Okay, so that's why. And here I'm going to add the air stop physics. Let's try that. Or not. Instead of this, let me just paste that. And let's keep it at 30. Almost there. What's happening here? On 72. 173. Let me just check. 172. That's fine. And here I should go down. But is this 03? I don't know. Camera related. Okay, there may be an issue with that. Do I have it somewhere else? Okay, I don't want it. Let me just be clear on that. Import key frame is 150. Isn't the simple thing is just playing an animation in the same frame? I don't know what do you mean. Okay. Kinda there. Hit. It's doing something weird during the last attack. Goes there. Yeah. Of course, first of all, I'm not resetting the camera. Here I should add something that is camera, reset camera position, something like that. Set camera to neutral. This is what I need. But why my 140 is expecting this? Mm-hmm. 172 is 14. 114. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe did I not update those values? Keyframe 140. Yeah, basically hit grabs me playing animation of the victim player and the lasting save for as enemy. I could be wrong too. Know how you set universal animation for character like that. I mean, you could set one animation to do everything, but since I want my character to fall and find the ground, but also I could use it as a level 3. Maybe I'm just overworking it. I don't know. But let's see. There you go. The problem here is that the character is not finding the ground, because if I'm not wrong, yeah, if I'm not wrong, I have the no collision. I need to end the collision, to end this state around here. The stage collision. This was a level on given maximum spider. Yeah. I mean, it's just a cinematic thing. But what I don't know is Okay. Instead of this... Oh, of course, because I have it at 128, it should be at 106. So that was fine here. Remember, when you work with free script until landing, you should add the next frame. In this case, it is at 105. The next thing, in this case I'm landing, should be in 106. But so if it was like that, I'm removing, let's just 100. It was like 30 frames, right? 106, 136. Let's say, for example, 129. What I'm going to do with this is to remove everything that I don't want. For example, this, play effect, this, set camera to neutral, instead collision, that's fine. This 128. Do I have the play effect? Okay. Partner properties, I don't need this. This should be already done. Let's see. Hey, John Legend. Huh. Damn, it's a bit late for you to end. But good to have you here. Yeah, I'm just showing what I'm working with for Hideo. So I'm trying to get the Shin Raieshu to work. Yeah. Okay. So now what I need to accomplish is to get my opponent to go below, to get to the land by getting hit. So the first thing that comes to my mind is to add Y velocity. But let's think, which character has that? I believe Morrigan. I could use Morrigan level 3. Let me search for something like that. Or instead, I could use this part when the character goes up. So let's try that, just to see if it works. So during this last part, during the final hit, should be around, I don't know, 106, right? No, 105. What I'm going to do is to end state invincibility, additional knockdown, the rotation of the character, I don't care, but let me just add it just because. Add my X velocity, should be, I want it to be 0. I want the character to fall down. Let me just check. In this case, I believe I have a positive value. Yeah, let's just make it go down as fast as it can. Airborne duration upon landing. That will be fine. Capture the damage. Screen shake because it should be a big hit. this second capture damage, what it does is to the final hit. I'm going to modify that later. And when the character falls, should just stay in the ground. So let's see if this works as expected. That's what he wants. Alright, just checking. Go ahead on to bed now. Thank you for coming by, John Layden. Yeah, no problem. Roger, could his level 3 tweak his other assists, like Earthquake goes full range and Overhead can do 2 hits maybe? Okay, the thing with Juggernaut, when he's at level 3, his specials get armor. 1 hit of armor. So take that on account. So it's not just adding damage to the character. I don't remember if I added also for the assists, but at least if you are glowing at level 3, that means you have armor on specials. Rematch. Ah. Da un momento. Estoy tratando de terminar esto. What happened here? I think I forgot to do something here. Additional knockdown, X, Y velocity, Y physics. Did I just save it? Oh yeah, it's not doing it. I think I did not. Yeah, this is why. Let me just check it. The character is recovering. Okay. Let's see what I'm doing here. End state invisibility. Additional knockdown. Duration. That's fine. Why is it not? Duration full landing, capture damage. That's fine. I think I forgot to add animation. Let me check. Why is this working like that? Let's search for another one. I need one that goes down. Maybe I could use Carter's. I don't remember. Should be this one. Play hit spark. Capture state. X physics, apply Y physics. But I don't know if Y is not playing. 106. Why do I have this? I need to play. Go to animation script. Let's see. I must be missing something. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the air forward grab down. So instead of doing this, I'll be taking this one. I'm gonna end state invisibility. Sorry, it should be this one. That's fine. X is going to be like that. Disable air ground state. Oh, give me a moment. I think I know what I'm going to do. Let's just end this. End this. Take this because I want the character to fall down. Fuse freeze script until landing. Capture damage. Okay. Then here. Oh, sorry. I'm going to remove this. 107. Because it is after the freeze script. It's going to capture the damage. And it's going to do something like this. Let's see if this works out. Also, we got 14 people watching. Ah, yeah. Thanks to Young Legend because I was, well, he was streaming. So, there you go. 1, 2. There you go. Now we got a hit, 2 hits. And the opponent falls down. But for this animation, I think I'm going to. Yes. It's working out. Okay, let's clean it a bit. What I want to see is what happens if I hit it in the air. Oh yeah, it behaves correctly. That's going to save me some time. Okay, let's add some here at 105 or 106. 105. Let's add another damage. That's fine. And here it will end. I need screen shake. Is it here? Yes. Is that like 9? I don't know if I can go through a bigger value. Let me check. Screen shake. Yeah, it goes through D. Let's just add D. Cool. Now it's hitting correctly. What I want to do is to make this look more like he's hitting the character. I mean, that's kind of fine, but not what I want. Goes 1, 2, 3, bam. Okay, let's work with that. So in this case, I'm just going to rotate my character. And let's move his arm a bit. Like he's hitting like that. Let's move it a little bit just to add some shake. Export. I want it to be a full. That's fine. I want it to be a loop. 114. 114. Keyframes 114. And also the 13. I want to see because it looks like it's working. It looks like it's not working as expected. So let me see where it was before. It's like it's not moving around enough. So instead of that, let's see if I can add some velocity. Export, this is 13, right? But I want to do some kind of backup. Hundred and 13. Backed up. Yes. Sorry, did I update the 14 also? There you go. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is a bit too above, but that's fine. I can just, instead of being here, I'm gonna leave it like this. And here maybe it should go a bit here. Export 113. There you go. Yeah, that's not fine. Let me just restart it. So what happens if I just remove this? Hundred and 13. Kinda like that. Maybe it's too high. Let me check. Oh, I'm getting tired. Almost there. What I want to confirm. Okay. Let's move to another camera position. So instead of being there, so this is where we commonly start guessing, because by now this camera works for getting it a bit outside of the frame. But I need another camera that's kind of from below or even closer. So I don't know which one I could use. Let's copy this one, see what happens. This is 105, 175, okay. Sorry, 75, let's add it at 74. I'm going to remove this, I just want my camera. Oops, we got an issue there. Good thing I save everything that I do. So again, I'm just going to copy this, paste it, 74, and before I do anything else, I'm going to save it. And I got a little bit scared about that, so I'm going to do my backup. So let me just search for my backup. There you go. And then after this, I already saved that. Open it again just to prevent the issues. '74, yeah. Let's delete this one. See what happens. There you go. Let's replace that. Hits, hits, hits. Oh, almost there. So that's fine. I need to lower it a bit. After that, and during this process, I'm going to reset my camera. Yes. Because at this moment, the character should be falling down. And he may be a little bit too far up. So let's move you around this place. The 13. There you go. And that's good. So let's see. I kinda like it, but I want the camera to be a little bit down to focus a little bit on his feet. So the location, let's see what happens if I modify the Y value. Is at 160, let's put it at 20 or 50, just to check. Is it a bit lower? Let's see. Instead of being 123, let's rotate it like that and see what happens. Again, this is the issue. I don't really know what I'm doing with the cameras. Because it says one thing, but then it works the other way. So... okay. So it's looking downwards. I want it to look upwards. So if this is, let's add like 535. A bit. So yeah, it's doing what I want. Maybe it's too much. So let me just do this. And I'm going to see if I can get like 200 points forward from Z-axis. Because if I'm not wrong, what I'm trying to do here is to get a zoom. I'm trying to move the camera forward. Or, yeah, think about it as like I'm doing a zoom. And yeah, it did what I want, but maybe it was too much. So let's just add like 50. And the rotation, maybe it's just too much. And also this value means, what this value means is how many frames it's going to take for the camera to get into position. So let's see. This is 10 frames. Let's add like, I don't know, how many frames do I have here? It's 15, 30. Let's add like 20, for example. Oops. Remember, activate big endian. Let's add 20 frames. Oops, no, this is animation now. This is animature. Oh, we're almost there. We're almost there. Ah. It may be too much. It kinda gets there. Wait, yeah. It was 20. So instead of having like 50, let's just add like, let's just try with 10. And the rotation, instead of being 30, it's just 275 points. Can I just use a value of 2? seems not. Let me just check again. The location. What is this? Minus. Minus something. Oh, my back hurts. Oh, we're almost there. Look at that. I kinda like it. Hey, Kali. Yeah, it looks kind of fine, right? It's like a nice surprise, a serendipity. It's pretty much an accident. Let's just add a bit more. Let's try with 200. Did not change that much. I mean, I could leave it like that. Yeah, you know what? I'm too tired. So I might just leave it as it is. So let me see what happens if I get cornered. Okay, that's fine. Let's see what happens with another character. That works out pretty well. Ah, there you go. We have our second hyper. The problem right now is that the damage is not working as I want it to be. So let me see. It could do like 270, right? What attack do I have that captures? Oh, I know. No, not that one. I need a capture super that does scale damage. Which one have I done? Robbie? No. Dimitri? Nope. Batbox, Kioske, Carter Slate, Hayato, Hinata, of course. Hinata has those values that I want. So What I'm going to do here now is to get the damage values, because there are some tricky numbers there that I need to modify. If I leave it as it is, I may get some bugs for it. So let me check. What we commonly check for those are some flag numbers that allow us to continue the damage, to decrease the hit stun. And for example, if there's a specific flag for level 3 damage, and there's another flag that allows, for example, a capture state that hits. So if the capture state hits, and it adds damage, but it doesn't kill. So for that, I should have it with Hinata. So if I'm not wrong, I should have the same thing. It should be this one, the capture from X23. Let me just confirm that. Hulk, Dormammu, Sentinel X23. And Weapon X Prime 130 is this one. Okay, so here I have capture damage. It's 90. This is the flag I'm talking about, because if you see, it won't kill until this one, which is going to be 9C. Every other capture damage should be 90, if I'm not wrong. Correct. So for this hit, I'm going to leave it like that. These are 3 hits. And the last one, let me just remove this. No, I'm gonna keep it. And on the last one, I'm going to use the 4C. This one. I'm not sure of the damage, so let me just check. What is this value? Let's think. So 850. How much damage do you do? Let's just add 5. And just 50, just because. Okay, let me just see what you wrote. Yeah, so that looks better. Also the Sentinel, if it was on normal size characters, it should be fine. On bigs, that's the only issue. Is super output. I believe 270 should be fine. Let me just check. Kinda there. Let's just add like Yeah, 30 more should be enough. But since it's scaling, I may need more than 30. So what happens if I just add this? 850. I can go from there. Yeah, that's fine. Now let's see if it kills. This should be fine. If it kills here, yeah. This one should be the same. This should not kill, but it's fine. Camera commands, work on close-up, yeah. I mean, you're using camera commands to do the close-ups. Oh no, I think you mean the pre-flash stuff, right? Or the flash thing. I don't think so. I have not tried. But those camera stuff, yeah, are directly in the character files. The super cameras, I think you're talking about, right? I say maybe have him jump to the side after the last hit. You mean Hideo? To do like a little backdash? I think it requires more recovery. Okay. Let me just check how many frames I have for recovery. Again. So 115, if I'm not wrong, it was like 60 frames of recovery. That's a lot. And I'm not using them. So let me take this away. Character is landing here. Right? 60 frames of recovery, so that will be 66. And 67. So 66, 65. Let me just place that. I like the slow recovering. Just let me check. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know if I can confirm it. That will be too much. No, I cannot. You see on the last hit, the kind of teleports a bit to the side. Yeah, because of the collision. Maybe what I could do is to add more X velocity to the opponent. But during the last attack, this part, I have no collision for my character. And they fall together. But when they land, the collisions activate. Or the colliders. And that's why the character goes to the side. However, if you see on the right side, it works well, but in this side, it's going to the other place. I don't know why. That's weird. You see the character? If I started on the left, my end position is on the right. And I'm going to rotate there. But if I do it here, on the right, my last position is going to be on the right. You see? Why? I don't know. Maybe it's something from Rocket Raccoon. Let's see. Seems fine. Yeah, as you can see, it's going to the other position or to the other side. Let's see it for sure. It's auto-correcting. I don't know why it's doing this. Yeah, I was on the left and now I'm on the right. It's the last hit for sure. It's auto-correcting. But how do I not, or how do I make it to not autocorrect? I know you're tired. When you get a chance, try delaying the activate collision of the player. Okay, you mean to take these later? Let me try that. I mean, it works like that, but if you see, then the opponent jumps to the other position, to the other side. I think the result is the same. Let me just check. I mean, I could add X velocity to prevent that. Let me try it. So it has 106, 116. And during the last hit is this one. 80, 40. That's 4. Okay, let's add more velocity. Like 15 or 25. Oops. I mean, that solves it for that side. No, as you can see, it's doing it like that. It's always taking the opponent, like if it's in the same place. What I could do is to add a right-left check. So let me try that. Who has that? As always, Hinata has that. So Shuriken 63L. Nope. 63LM. Okay. So let's see if this works. So I have my left and right check. Got the command and condition. X here. X here. So instead of C8, how much is this? Let's make it 18. Let's see if this works. Okay. Yeah. So one side is just doing too much. So let's reduce it like at 10. Let's see. We have left and right check commands. Depending on the left. Yeah, that's what I just did. Check crease air grab. Would be a good reference for the last part. Speed up. Okay. Just let me see. This may be too much, but let's see. The problem is that maybe I don't know how to set up, or I'm not looking at the real position. So this is fine, the right side. And here is like just on that side is moving really weird. So let's just the issue is that I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, that's better. Let me see if it works. Same with Rocket Raccoon. Here is closer. So let me just increase it a little bit. See what happens. And this reduce it a little bit. Okay, that's fine. And this one, that's fine. Okay, now just to be sure, I want to check with weird characters. Oops, yeah. This is fine. This is fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. That's it. And you said Chris, right? So if I'm not wrong, you mean this little jump, right? This is what you want me to add. But the thing here is that I think due to the nature of the animation, the force that it's applying to the ground, he's just going to lift himself up as he's recovering right now. I taking that, for example, this, or just to be clear, this thing is directly from Tacoma, from KOF. He does something like that. And I think Oni has it also. I'm going to add some ground destroying effects. So I think I'm going to keep it like this. But yeah, at least it's working. So let me just check. So that was 274. So I need like sorry. 272. Let me just check if it's really scaling. Okay. $200. I think it's not scaling. Oh yes, it is. It is doing that. It is scaling, but not that much. Let's see. So just to finish with this, is he getting an air version? Yes, that's what I'm about to do. Because I'm going to make you be able to do something like that. Yeah, I added the scaling specifically from another one that I already did, but it seems it's not scaling enough. I'll have to check the numbers later. I mean, it is scaling, it's just not doing it too much. Okay, so let's do the air version just to finish for today. Oof, it's been a while. So let's do the same. Well, first of all, I'm going to do my backup. Let me, because I already worked hard today. And Hideo. Let me see. Hideo. Hopefully nothing breaks, but we will see. I might just close everything here. So let's start again. In the air, the thing that I'll need is I'll need more animations, but I need from an air position. So let's start with that. I'm gonna take like jumping S should be this one. So I'll take this position. Take this frame. And I'll be copying 100. Where is it? I don't need this. Delete. 109, right? This is 10 frames. So just to work with that, I'm going to do some cheating stuff here. So I'm going to move this to this position. Okay. This will be 116. Pressing layer A. Now I'm going to just combine that frame and get into the 110, the middle one. So instead of being here, this one, I'm going to lay it like that. Again, let's cheat a little bit with the legs. It's kind of working. I don't know why it's moving like that, but I can work it out. Okay, seems kind of fine. I'll just move a bit the legs. Sorry. I'll be polishing this later. But just to give the sensation that it's in the air, I'm going to keep it like that for now. And I'm adding it to the last frame because I'll be using that. fill the values that I have here. Export this one. This is going to be 117. Mid. Machine array. Daisuke. Import 111. Yes. I'll use this. This is like 6 frames, so yeah, that should be enough. 118. Post Shinrai. And that should be enough. Let's see if it is. So I get it with Hideo. Oh. So this is. Oh, I don't remember. (16 to 18). (16, 17, and 18). Okay. So then, what I'm going to do is to take what I did, in this case this one, export it. Is this one right? Yeah. Okay. Let me just check. Yes, it's the same. So I'm going to add it here in DE. And again, let's work it differently. So the previous one is in the ground, was in the ground. So I'm just going to make it in the air. Instead of ground stuff physics, I'll require air stuff physics. So just let me just open another instance to see what I'm doing to help me. So do I have an air attack? Yes, I should have air stuff physics. Airborne duration upon landing. I need to modify these values. So this should be 116.74. 74. Next one is going to be 75. This should be 76. And here I don't require this because it's already in the air. This attack is going to be the same, and it should work pretty much the same way. That should be enough. Let me see if that's correct. I'm just going to enable 63 ground. Okay, let's move that up and export this one. Or, well, I can even just duplicate this entry, move it up, and make it in the air. It requires 1 meter. It's gonna go into the next one, should be 9.2. I don't need this air. I don't need. Let's just leave it like that, because I still need to add a level 3, maybe. We will see. I'm going to remove this because I don't need it. This is teleport. This is teleport. I'll need it maybe later, but not for now. Attack plus S. Do I have an attack plus S? I don't think so. I'm going to delete it also. So now we have our super here. Same chord to circle back, but in the air. So let's update the param. Also the common special attack. So let's see. Oh yeah, that worked. Don't worry about the super camera. So let's see if this works out. Ah, that's... Oh, look at that. It works, but I believe due to the collider, it's doing that. But well, we have our air version. There you go. Yeah, I need to check on that one. But at least we have our hyper working. Since I already worked with a capture state and I added the required flags, I may not need to move a lot of things. And even I'm using just the same capture state and the same animation. It looks better on this side. Aha. So let's see if I can get a combo. Ah, it's going there. Yes, he has projectiles in the air. I mean, you can mash the one that you're doing. So I believe your common route should be something like this. Yeah, that's what you're going to do. Okay, so there you go. You have a new hyper and the same with another version. So functionality is there. There's still a lot of things to polish. But if you get into this stage, you can start playing with your character, see your combo routes, check what do you need to update with your character. And there you go. I still don't know what's making that. But they'll have to check it behind the scenes. Okay, I think that's enough for today. I'm going to leave now. Thank you very much. See you next time.